Hello dear followers and randomly passing strangers, this is Ilianzo and welcome to my channel, The Anime Creator. It's summer and you know what that means. That means that you will sit in your dark room and sweat a whole cruddy lot until you sweat so hard that you start vomiting from the smell and finally decide to take a shower for the 11th time today. Awesome, right? What, did you expect a nice, the summer, the ocean, and everyone is happy sort of picture? Ha, sorry, I'm all out of those. But I know what I'm not all out of. Desire to spread the word of the things I like. Anime, games, biased opinions, and total random lists. Exactly what I'm good at. So, without further ado, let's just skip to the fun part and finally start reviewing. What do I have in store for you this time, you might ask? Well, it's something that has a little to do with summer and I have a tradition of watching it once a year around this time. And that, my dear friends, is Shinryaku Eeka Musume. Invasion Squid Girl. The story. The horrible humans pollute the waters of the sea, and there is only one defender who is willing to strike back and punish the evil humans for their terrible deeds. For if left alone, all life in the sea shall be extinguished forevermore. So who is this mysterious superhero who shall save the world and its ecosystem? It's a defenseless little girl with blue hair! Run to the bunker! Save your children! Fire the missiles! Send an SOS! We need... Oh, wait. She's adorable. Gucci Gucci Goo! Meet Squid Girl, Eeka! Her first task is to make the Lehman Beach House snack bar owned by Aizawa siblings her base of operations. That's right, humanity shall be enslaved by this squid, as if Haruhi's actions weren't enough. I mean, how many worshippers does she have by now? Or are you telling me that she is a thing of the past? Back to Eeka. She's adorable and all, has many plans for human dominations, however, when she accidentally breaks a hole in the wall trying to swat a mosquito. That's right, our future ruler, everyone. Can't squash a mosquito, let alone our nation's military forces. She's forced to work as a waitress to pay off the damages. Thus, Squid Girl begins her life on the surface, learning new things and encouraging many curious visitors to the beach house. Will she use her power of mighty tentacles to bring all of humanity to heel? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. If that's our story, we know that we're in for a ride and I'm not squidding you. The episodes are divided to 3 different stories. What the Gill, right? Well, don't get your flippers flapping, you flipper flapper. There is always charm in that. If the stories are of that length, it is hard for them to grow boring on your tail. They mostly consist of Eeka trying to do one thing or another. Some of them are dedicated to introductions of different characters and their interactions with Eeka, but I will get to that in a minute. And some of them are the mini Eeka episodes. As if Eeka wasn't cute enough for you, now you can enjoy a chibi version of her, whee! The mangaka Masahiro Anbei, I butchered that, who is working in Weekly Shonen Champion. What? Was the manga not good enough for you, Shonen Jump, huh? Bad Jump, bad! Is still keeping the manga ongoing, so if the anime is not enough for you, there is a lot of pages to satisfy your unending thirst for more Eeka. Speaking of which, characters. Fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a long one. Let's start with Eeka. I'm not going to go on the suspense here and directly spill the beans. She is my favorite character of the series and she easily is the best too. Unique appearance, interesting personalities, many talents, verbal tics, squid puns. Call 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 and order your Eeka today! Mini Eeka not included. Shameless advertising and joking aside, if you don't like Eeka, there really isn't much point to watching the series whatsoever. She is everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Usually in the center of everything, and if she is annoying you in any kind of way, that will last to the very last episode of season 2. If you like her, however, you will be overjoyed by the screen time she gets. She's energetic, always up to something, never giving up and constantly doing her best. What's not to like about her? I mean, come on. She can vomit ink, change her weight, fly, glow in the dark, cosplay, and many other things. The slapstick humor is always by her side, and whatever she might be, she is definitely not a dull character, regardless if you like her or not. She is so loud and so full of life that it's impossible to ignore her. Love her or hate her, she is definitely a big figure, and I have to say that I'm a little jellyfish of her. Ah, great! I have fallen so low that I'm a jellyfish of a little girl. At least I'm not seawatery salty like her haters. I blame Eeka for the puns. Holy crap! I have been talking only about Eeka all this time! Somebody stop me! Although I can do it all day long, I really should switch to someone else. Here are the Aizawa siblings. Eiko is pretty much the most normal of the bunch. If it wasn't for her, everything would plunge into utter chaos, so she is filling the role of the character who balances things out. You can say she's boring compared to Eeka since she is too normal, but the show definitely needs someone like her. Takeru is your typical kid that we all were at least at some point in our lives. Chizuru is the character which never opens her eyes, but when she does open them, hell is unleashed on Earth. Calm and collected until her hand is forced. Sanae, Eeka's love interest? No, that's not right. Let's say that she's the yandere of the series. Yeah, too obsessed with Eeka for her own good, though her determination deserves praise. And quite frankly, she and Eeka are my favorite combo in the series. Eeka not giving in, but Sanae always pushing it managed to always be funny for me, or at least interesting to the point where it got me smiling. Goro, the lifesaver, Eiku's childhood friend who has a crush on Chizuru, Nagisa who is extremely afraid of Eeka, Cindy who wants to prove that Eeka is an alien from a different planet, Harris, Clark, Martin, her goons, the Three Stooges, the creepy old dudes, you take the pick, who must get their hands on Eeka. Please don't go there. Kiyomi, that becomes Eeka's friend. Well, she is a nice girl. Stuff. Easily the most boring character. The Southwinds owner, his daughter, a lot of rarely appearing friends of the other characters, and of course, Mini Eeka. As you can see, there is a lot of characters to choose from, so I will give an opinion about all of them in general. Let's start from the bad and go to the good. When you think about it, all of them except for Eeka are stereotypes. The normal one, the kid, quiet but deadly, the yandere/notice me senpai character that senpai never notices, the childhood friend, the goofy idiots, the hot but crazy chick, the scaredy cat, the shy one, the competitor, and so on. They don't really move much from that. Their entire development is situational except for their undeniably growing love for Eeka. Everything that is happening around is by Eeka and for Eeka. She gets the entire fan service, so yet again, if all the attention around her is annoying you, there won't be much left to watch. If you like Eeka, however, like me, apparently, here is how things probably stand for you. Everything works. Sure, not all stories will be interesting, not each and every reaction and ending will be to your liking, but the way the characters interact with each other is inspiring for me. I forget that I'm watching a simple slice of life anime with slapstick humor, and I find myself always interested in how others will react to the different things that each of the characters is doing. I love all of their interactions, even though they have been brought to an extreme level, but that is what makes it interesting for me. They might not be berserk level deep, they can sometimes be rather shallow, but I found them to be very lovable and somewhat interesting for one reason or another. It's sometimes not easy to defend something you like, but I hope that at least I made a point that can be respected. Sound! Openings and endings for both seasons are wowzers! Watch the Japanese dub for a whole crudilade of Degiso or the English dub for squiddy puns. I will stop here and tell you that there are three kinds of people out there. The Degisoers, the squid and pun lovers, and the squid and pun lovers Degisonians. Which type are you? That is for you to decide. Animation. Cutesy, charming, water-themed and bright. It's always fun to watch it in broad daylight. Produced by Dio Medea. That is alright. I wish you a charming evening and have a good night. It's not something I would recommend to every single person I see. It's not on the level of "you must watch before you die." This show has a lot of gag situations and slapstick humor, but aside from that, there really isn't a main story that is being developed. Everything is in fan service of Eeka, which is definitely a hit or miss move. If it hits, knock yourself out! Sorry. If it misses, get the Gill out of here, you flipper flapper! The pluses are that the characters' interactions are lovable, most of the stories are interesting, and I found myself loving mostly the new character appearance episodes. Lots of engaging moments, even if they only get a little giggle out of you, and Squid Girl is definitely a unique in her very own way character. Even if she is better in everything but invading humanity. I give it a Digisaw out of Gidesaw. No, really. Pretty much the first episode is a determining factor if you would like it or not, so check out at least that if you're wondering if you should give it a shot or not. It might be interesting for you. It's always interesting to see if it will be, Grasshopper. And in the end, I give it an 8 out of 10. Interesting or not, though or fun, it always managed to bring a smile to my face. And in the end, maybe the message is just that. Remember the small things in life. Be happy about them and just move forward with a smile on your face. This was Irianzo. I'm glad you decided to stop by at the crater. Have a nice day and I hope to see you again next time. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe buttons, always a big help. If you have any suggestions on what I should review next, feel free to leave a comment, Digisaw.